TV47 Breakfast, and that's a hashtag to use going forward. TV47 Breakfast. You can also use a hashtag Story Yetu. TV47 Kenya on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube, where we're streaming live. If you're on X, it's TV47 Digital. And your feedback, any comment you may have about what we're discussing is very much welcome. We'll be sharing our WhatsApp number on your screens momentarily so that you can use that as well. Being a Friday, of course, it's a youth perspective. Young Kenyans and what their plans are ahead of elections next year. It is about 15 months to the next general election. We'll be having a panel made up of young politicians. One of them is already with us, Larry Chisiang'ani. He's a senatorial aspirant through the UDA party ticket. Karibu sana, Larry.
Thank you.
Let's start from here because it is only 4 days to the end of the mass voter registration exercise by IEBC. And the expectation was very high that young Kenyans would show up and register. Yes. But the numbers we are seeing, of course, IEBC will give us a proper report once they close the exercise. But we're not seeing that kind of enthusiasm that we thought would be there among young Kenyans. What is a problem?
Thank you for this opportunity. Allow me to start by saying that, of course, we have challenges where many youths haven't turned up because I think many of them civic education has not been conducted. So I think we still have a gap there where some youth feel left out and they don't know the importance of having that card. They don't know the importance of their vote. Mm-hmm. But from where I come from, Kakamega County, I want to applaud the youth from that county. We've had around 63,000 last week, as at last week, 63,000 youths who had come out to register. And from the previous reports, we are expecting that we are going to have around 230,000 more registered voters from Kakamega County. So
that was probably the projection.
That was the projection.
When the IEBC started this exercise. Do you think they'll get to that number, over 200,000 in Kakamega?
I believe in my people. I believe in the youths because they're turning up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're turning up, and I want to give them time, and I'm sure we are going even to surpass that projection.
They only have 4 more days. But you raised a very important issue there. Yes. You said about civic education.
Yes.
Yet we believe that this generation we're talking about, and mainly Gen Z, who are probably registering to vote for the very first time in the next year's election, that they're among the most well-informed. They have access to social media. They have access to the internet. They were born in the age of the internet. So what civic education is missing among this population?
You see, civic education, my brother, you stay here in Nairobi. Youths in Nairobi, they understand all these. And that's why many people who are even registering to vote, most of them they stay in Nairobi, but they're registering in the rurals. Mm-hmm. But now, for those many youths who are there in the rurals, they're the ones who have lacked this civic education. Mm-hmm. Another challenge is ID cards, identification cards. I come from a region where people don't see the value of having an identification card. So how will you go to register as a voter when you lack these identification cards? So many of them, they have started by first applying these identification cards before waiting now to register as voters.
Yes, because yesterday on the dailies, there was a lot of talk about the Speaker of the National Assembly trying to tell MPs that they should take charge of distribution of uncollected IDs,
yes,
which are about 500,000.
Yes.
And I was even asking my co-host early this morning, what is the problem with these young Kenyans? For you to get an ID, it means you applied for it.
Yes.
So there are 500,000 IDs which are remaining uncollected. Why are young Kenyans applying for IDs and not collecting them?
But no one has told them to go and collect them. You won't know if it's ready. Let me tell you, my brother, I remember when I was applying for my ID card, I applied in the month of March. It was ready by May, but I came to learn of it in November. Mm-hmm. So the people who are in charge of issuance of identification cards are also let down. They are not communicating on time. So how will these people know that their IDs are ready? Because you cannot start taking yourself. In fact, many of them, they even don't know now which office to go to ask for their identification.
Surely. Gen Zs do not know where to go pick their IDs.
I'm telling you.
You know, 500,000 is such a huge number.
Yes.
At the constituency level, and you're an aspirant at probably a county level.
Yes.
The number of votes in that county could number probably 400,000.
No, we are at 800,000.
800,000. So the difference between one candidate and another, probably in any contest would be about 1,000 or 2,000, and that would be enough to declare a winner. Yes?
Yes.
So 500,000 people registering because they have IDs and they're eligible to vote would be a huge number, even at the national level. Yes. Remember the last time presidential aspirants, the presidential candidates, the main one, the difference was about 233,000. Don't you think that if at all this continues, the fact that young people are just simply reluctant to collect their IDs or register as voters could be the deciding factor in the next election?
It could be. It could make a very great difference, and that's why I also want to applaud the Speaker for telling the MPs to take charge, because they are the only ones who can go back to their constituents. They know their constituents well. They're the ones who should go back there and tell their constituents, go and collect your IDs.
But don't you see a problem there? Because fine, they could mobilize collection of voters. But according to the quotations I saw, the Speaker was asking MPs, elected MPs, to go and deliver those IDs to
That's what I'm
Do you think that is the right thing to do?
It is, because now the people are not even aware that their IDs are ready.
If
who will tell them?
You're a senatorial aspirant.
Yes.
If the current elected senator is given that opportunity to deliver IDs to the voters in Kakamega, don't you think that is way ahead of you? Because you are not getting the same opportunity.
No, but you see, I can help you secure your ID today. I can deliver it to you, but that does not guarantee that you're going to vote for me. The voting that is going to be there in 2027 is voting based on service delivery of this leader. Has this leader performed? You giving me an ID doesn't mean that I'll forget that there are roads that are not, that are impassable, you see. So I believe people are open enough not to take this as a bribe, that now because someone has given me an ID, now I need to vote for that person. People have really gone through, people have really learned much from my interaction with the people even on the ground right now. And we are going to have a change in this. So no one is going, even if the current senator takes there how many identification cards, it doesn't guarantee him a win.
What about the